Mike, you've talked about, especially in a softer economic environment, increasing your activity to 10 to 15 conversations per day. I'm finding it's harder and harder to get a hold of people on the phone, and that's an unrealistic target. What are your thoughts? So my initial thoughts are that's a very common response. I don't have all of your information in front of me. Here's what I know. It's realistic, and I'll defend why. One is we run a power hour with our clients at least once a month. And in that power hour, what we do is our clients show up with a prepared list to call. So they're not doing research, they're not looking at LinkedIn profiles, they're not looking at extensions on Google to pull up cell phone numbers. They've got a list. Most of our clients, quite frankly, understand that the best use of their time is to outsource research. So that's a whole other topic, right? If you're doing your own research, meaning you're going through, you're looking at LinkedIn profiles for hours a day, putting in search strings in your computer to find phone numbers and email addresses, you're doing a $9 to $20 an hour activity, right? You're doing a $9 to $20 activity. When people say that's the number I can't get to, I generally find those are the people that are doing their own research, and that is taking hours out of their day. Back to where we have data. We have run this since 2021. We've run a power hour once a month. Average varies a little bit call to call, but sinks in the average attendee in 45 minutes, because our power hour is a 5-minute like warm up, pep talk, 45 minutes of outbound calls, and 10-minute wind down and checking of stats. So in that 45 minutes, on average, our clients that show up that are planned make 22.9 outbound call attempts, and they talk to 3.9 individuals. Could be on the marketing, could not be on the recruiting. We don't care what they come with. So 4 conversations for all intents and purposes in 45 minutes. Extrapolate that to an hour, and you have 5 people in an hour. So if you have 3 focused hours of outbound calls, you'll talk to 15 people, right? Our metrics show, our KPIs show that a tenured recruiter, not a brand new recruiter, but somebody with a few years experience, everything's slightly variable, so take this with a grain of salt, but it's pretty common when we track metrics. 10 conversations a day, combined marketing and recruiting, yield about $300,000 in billings. And that's for an average seasoned recruiters. We know some of you out there that really know your niches super well. You don't need that much activity. Greener people need a little bit more activity. But for the most part, when we look over a broad spectrum of hundreds of clients over the years, 10 conversations a day will yield you $300,000. So as long as you believe people are hard to get a hold of, you're going to continue to find evidence to make that true in your life. And again, different clients, different calls, years and years of this data varies. Each call varies probably 10%, 15%, all kind of sinks in about 22.9 and 3.9. And it's just an editorial note on that too, is a lot of people are looking for the easy tech solution. What are the things I can do in sequences? And there's a whole bunch of that stuff that works okay. But it always comes down to the ones that use tech successfully have a way to connect it very quickly to a phone call with the recruiter to build relationship. Whether the individual has a need now or not, it is important that you dial in quickly to build relationship, because it's call, as if you've been in the business, call after call, conversation after conversation, where some people finally get comfortable and hire you. So it's tech helps facilitate that, because you can send out 1,000 emails, but you can then have to funnel that into conversations. You can text, you've got to funnel that into a conversation. InMail, it's got to be funneled into a conversation. And the presentation can't be as boring as, I'd like to see how I can help you, or we're a recruiting firm founded in 1692. We've placed thousands of people in the widget industry, and I'd like to see what your needs are. Those don't work. Those don't work.